Okay. What more can I say? Andale, andale. All right, hold on. Let me share this out. Let me put this on mute. Let me get right back to it. Let me do what I do. I'm back in the building. Things was kind of crazy a minute ago. International King was out of the building for a minute. Gotta share this out. Get this to everybody. Yep. You know what's crazy? I got a story to tell. Oscar was good. Yes, man. I got a story to tell. And I'm going to tell you the story because it needs to be told. All right, so International King is back. Hold on. Yes. Scott was good. These dudes told us Xbox dudes don't buy games. Oh. See, your boy is on a cruise. Shark bait. Yo. Everybody share it out. Your boy was on the cruise. Shark bait. I'm going to tell you something before we get to it, son. Yo, you like the Shinobi versus Rage Brown? Yeah, listen. I know Shinobi greater than Rage Brown. That is up to debate, and I'm going to keep it a bean with you. It's usually, what's going on, Talos? That's usually a cantankerous situation, right? This ninja versus that. Aren't we in the greatest year of video games? Aren't we? Now, some might say, King, hardware-wise, software-wise, we seem to be catching up. Listen, what's so crazy is I haven't had on jewelry. I only had on jewelry once, because we was out of the country. International King was out of here. And you not trying to run around wearing these, all right? The locals, they come for you, baby. So let's keep it real. Now, the king had to take the wife out and make sure that she was happy. I'm going to tell you something that is probably the most horrifying thing that you could ever do. I'm going to tell you something that's the most horrifying thing. Now, I need y'all to help me catch up to all the information that's happened since I was gone. And lo and behold, I got a hold of some information. Now, y'all, listen. I ain't gonna lie to you. The information that I got, my grandson going crazy right now because we were gone and, it was just a me and a wife thing. So my grandson is, oh, Papa, you back. Oh, my God, Papa, let's work out. Because, he's there when I work out and he works out with me. Well, he has his little fake weights and I'm doing the real weights. But he got a chance to work out with us. So let me tell you something really quickly. So one of the stops that we went to, we get to West Palm Beach. We had to stay to West Palm Beach before we go out. We go on a cruise and go away, right? But we get to West Palm Beach, so we go over to the private beach area. And we over there at the private beach area. So let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you. If you're from the north and you're not used to wildlife in your water, the most wildlife you actually see is maybe you might see a fish or two. Mostly you're going to see a bunch of seagulls, right? Right? Cool. Yes. Let's say yes. But if you're from Florida or from the West Coast over there in California, you're going to see a lot more wildlife in these waters because these waters are a lot warmer, a little bit different. So let me tell you something. The whole time, the wife is saying, I want to go Like, play with dolphins. Pause. Go swim with the dolphins, right? You can get a park and just chill all damn day. I was at West Palm Beach. Juno Beach was the best beach I've ever been to. That's what's up. No, bro. Don't try to spoil it yet with the alligator talk. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Don't try to spoil it yet. You're trying to spoil it. So now we are at the beach and we change. Ain't really a soul around, but then people start coming because we got there really early, right? And got there really early. So where we were staying was really, really nice, beautiful. Because again, the king is about to go to Japan. I got to make sure that the wife is happy. All right. We're getting in the water. Now, before we get in the water, I see a whole stingray. Now, it's a large size stingray, all right? He's in the water. He's in the front. And I'm like, okay. All right. That's different. All right. Playing around in the water. Sea turtle. Now, this is a large size sea turtle. Okay. Now, you know your neck do that. You know when your neck do that. So me and the wife playing in the water. Now, we do this thing when we go to the beach. We throw ourselves back into the water. Ha, ha, ha. Our back is facing the ocean. My wife is in front of me. I'm looking out at the ocean. Fee, my lady. What's up? He said, what he said? You went to Ochiko, didn't you? No, I don't know the exact name of the beach. I'm not from Florida, right? We was in West Palms. So we was at the West Palms beach. And that's what it was called. So I'm talking about private beach area where you're not really... Exactly. That thing. Ain't the public side. It's the private side. And I got a couple of friends out there, so okay, I'm coming through. No problem. You can stay on my beach side. Cool. Great. She's in the water. Holy crap. So we were seeing like masses of seaweed in the water. Bro. Let me see if I can get that. Hold on 1 second, because I gotta show you it because it's gonna make sense. It's gonna make sense in a second. Marvel Zombies. Oh, they got the new trailer. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Back it up. Is it okay? So is it this part right here? Now I gotta mute this. Hold on. Let me mute that because there's a part. Is it this part? Yeah. Here you go. All right. So she's in the water and her back is to the ocean. I'm looking at her. We're talking. Bro, I see a giant mass. I see a giant mass. This is my reaction to the giant mass. This is my reaction to the giant mass. That's my reaction. That neck, this neck, that neck, that neck is my reaction. That That absolute neck is my reaction. All I can say to myself is, I loved her so much. And I'm backing up trying to talk. But there's no words coming out of my mouth. Not one word. So, my first thought, shock. Holy. I said, did I bring her out here as a snack? Did I bring her to, was she sacrificed? Bro, I said, and this cruise is so dope. That's my neck. Yo, just if y'all don't remember the neck, that's the neck my neck had. Yo, that's the neck my neck had. That neck. It's nothing. Hold on, man. It's nothing. Because you know what? This moment was true. It's true. This moment is true. That moment is true. That moment is true. Okay, so let me tell you about that little scene right there, right? And let me tell you, I'm getting goosebumps right now. Let me tell you about that little scene. That little scene right there, they never showed him the animatronics. They never showed it to him. That was the first moment that he got a chance to see it. That's his reaction. You know why? Because I had that reaction. My neck did that. She just, hey, yo. So she automatic, gets to get past me. Now, my brain is doing a million calculations a second. I don't see no fin. I see scales. Fuck. Alligator in my head, bro. On my head, bro. On my paws. Alligator. And yo, then I see a little eyeball. A whole eyeball, bro. A whole eyeball. Go like this out the water on the side as he's going past me. Bro, I'm trying to back up, trying to get out the water. Now, if you know about anything about those beaches, it's not like the beaches in the north where you walk into the beach and you just keep walking. No. Thought I was fooled. I thought she was gone. He would have got a leg from me. You ain't getting the rest of me. You're going to have to take what you get. You got a toe, you got a foot, you got that. You're going to have to go with that. Anyway, I'm looking at the eye. Look at me as it's swimming past. Holy. So again, like I said, the sand is different. As you get closer to the beach, it starts to sink down as you're trying to get out. It's not solid footing as you're walking out. No, mon frere. After a little space, you got to say it's like probably a foot or two. That foot or two is extremely soft sand. Like you can sink inside that part. After that is hard sand deep into the ocean. After that is hard sand deep into the beach. But that little piece sucks you in. Pause. She's already making it out. I'm already getting it, right? Swim with the gators growing up. Don't wear white or with gators. Listen to me. I had one of my watches, one of my water watches in the water. I'm thinking I called this shit. I think I called it seeing it, saw something sparkly. Nope, never again. Yo, listen. That's how King had a spirit fly out of his body like Looney Tunes. Nope, never again. Your facts on God in them. On God in them, my neck was that. That is, whoo. It wasn't no lifeguards there. None of that. It ain't nobody there to say, yo, it's there. It's nobody there. There's nobody there. We're on the beach with people. A little bit. Tell me why this older Caucasian gentleman, because this is the moment, see, that's, I don't like to raise shame, but I got to do this to you guys. Like, and I know you're going to say, King, you're going to say, you guys. Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing it. This older Caucasian gentleman is running along the beach. Did you see the manatees? Now, yeah, of course you're going to snap on me. Yeah, of course you got jokes. You're going to be like, King, you scared of a manatees? Yeah. What if I got a bloodthirsty manatees, right? What if he decided to ate something and decided I like flesh today? I didn't know what it was. I'm in the water. I don't see it. I see a giant mass moving. So don't you judge me. Fear of everything. Be fearful first than foolish. I'd rather be fearful than foolish. So she's out. I'm out. We getting out. And the dude is on the beach talking about, the manatees. And he's running. Do you see it? He want to go play with the manatees. Yo. In my brain, I know it's not the prey that you worry about, is the predator. I know, but yo, you can sit there and tell me about gators or whatever. You tell me, well, then what was it, Godzilla? If you see scales in the water and you don't see a fin, what's the first thing you gonna think? And if you say manatees, I'll smack you. Don't tell me that. The first thing you see in that water and is scales. Don't tell me you care. And what if I got the special alligator that like to breathe in salt water? Don't get out of here. Don't you tell me this, man. The most harmless animal in the world. I'm not worried about him now that I know who he is. I'm not worried about the sucker or the simp. I'm worrying about the predator. Somebody eats him. He's food for someone. The lovable loser is lunch meat for something else. On everything I love. My wife stood on the side of the beach. She looked. She said, that's it. That's it. After that, we went to the Bahamas. And I'm going to tell you about what happened to me in the Bahamas. Whee! But that joint, she was like, that's it. So as we're leaving, we have to go through this foresty area, this greenery, if you will. I hear my wife yell out, yeah! Yeah! What the fuck is ya? What's ya? What's ya? What's ya in this little jungle-lit area? And it is a small area of a jungle-lit that you have to get out. But we're going to change in this jungle-lit area to get out. So mind you, I'm semi-nude. All right? I got to give you for context. Okay? I'm semi-nude. She already changed. But I hear, yeah! What the hell is ya? What is ya? Ya is not even ya. Like, that doesn't make any sense. The brain doesn't understand what ya is, right? Doesn't understand it. Semi-nude. I'm trying to put on my clothing, right? Because the king was dressed very well. Linen, always. Ya. There are little lizards running all around. She doesn't like lizards at all. She said, babe, babe, what happened? Yo, he's a little bearded dragon, son. Little bearded dragons like that. running around, little bearded dragon. She's Dominican. She comes from the island. She's unseen all of this stuff. What is up with you? Now, maybe you didn't see manatees the size. Yo, manatees, it looked like it was 3 of me in the water. If you ever thought it was up in your life, it was up. It was up. 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 I'm like, all right, let's go. We got to go. We got to go. We got to go. We got to go. Got to go back to the hotel. We got to shower. Then we got to go hit the cruise boat and go to the Bahamas. But that was part one of, you said, yeah, they're everywhere in Florida. See, but you got to think about it this way. You don't ever worry about the harmless prey. You always worry about the harmful predator. Where there's lizards, there are what? Pythons. There's a python overgrowth inside Florida forever. It's been like that for a long period of time because of the, people having the pets and dumping them. So again, I want to talk about what's been going on, but I'm glad that I got everybody in here. And I'm going to tell you, this is around the time we got to kick that intro off because I haven't heard this intro in like 6 days. And we're going to do this because we got a hell of a show to talk about. I also want to do a live reaction to James Bond. Now, if y'all saw James Bond and y'all know I can't stand where that game is going, apparently PlayStation had a state of play on somebody else's game. Now, the fact that PlayStation decided to do a state of play, and I'm just getting back. I was cut off from social media. If y'all didn't even see me post on Twitter until I put this out. And no, there's no drinks in here. Even though the king was lit. From Texas to Florida is some of the most different things outside. If you're not from the South, it can be an experience. And yes, it was. It was an absolute experience. So I do, and if y'all saw my reaction box was smaller because some people was complaining that they didn't get a chance to see so much of the screen. So I closed up the reaction box to a little bit smaller, but you're going to hear me talk throughout the whole thing. But I do want to hear this intro, so please bear with me.
What's a man or a king? What's it a saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no wriggling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That flash making a portrait. Gun kick back, now grannies from porches. David on the sea, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? What's it a saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We are absolutely back. Now I'm reading some of the comments and I want to say George Parcell, member for 20 months, Soldier, X rank. I salute you, Soldier. The Xbox Army brought the hell out of Helldivers. Now we know what's happening next. Hashtag the whole slate. Hashtag XNWO. Xbox New World Order. We take over like it ain't no tomorrow. We will infest you, digest you, because we detest you. What's next, boo? You. Let me tell you. I can show you exactly what we're going to do, because I see your comments, right? And I see everybody talking about the presentation. I didn't get a chance to see it. Now, the only thing that I had with me, and I was sneakily in doing this because I had to get permission first, was I was able to take my Switch 2 with me. Because on the flight, I was going to play my Switch 2, and while I was sitting in the airport, this is the first time I ever sat in the airport for more than 2 hours. It was annoying, if you want to ask me. I don't know why people do it, and I wouldn't care to ever do it again. But it was reasons why I had to do it this time, and it made absolutely sense. She likes to get there early. Whatever. Okay. So the Switch 2 held me down in certain pockets of this vacation, and I got a chance to play my Mario Kart World. I'm going to give a whole review on Mario Kart World, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, what I find confusing about it, what I think they detracted from, and where I feel that they lost their way or gained a new ground in it. So if anybody is interested in that, that's going to go up for members. Now, I did tell you members that I promised you some stuff. What I did not know, hey babe, close that door. Thanks. What I did not know was the mother-in-law's birthday was the day before. So I told y'all, took her to a wonderful Peruvian restaurant where we had a great time. And fantastic. Show her so much love, before we left. And that's I feel that you're supposed to always look after for the older people that's inside your life. Your mother, your grandmother, or your father, especially your dads, especially the dads. Please give it up for the dads. So we did that. Didn't get a chance to do a whole lot of stuff. I had to do reviews and all this other stuff. Just didn't get a chance to get it up. So pause. You guys are going to have all of that stuff for members that's going to go inside the background. And I think that stuff is going to stay up there for members. So that reviews that I was talking about, the Helldivers reviews, going to be there. The Gears of War, definitely. I saw Gears of War did numbers over there as well. So apparently we don't buy games, right? Death Stranding 2 flop is coming to PlayStation Plus in September. If you don't tell me that it's coming to PlayStation Plus, if it comes to PlayStation Plus, then that game absolutely did flop, and that's a shame. Because that's not part of their contract. But yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 topics. But I wanted to see this this James Bond. Now, I was highly critical of James Bond, and I'm going to tell you why I was highly critical of James Bond. Because I don't like Tom Cruise James Bond. He's Mission Impossible to me, right? But they're telling you this is the early draft of James Bond and who James Bond is. Now, I'm going to put it at, I got to put it a little bit faster than the speed that it is. Because can I push the speed on this thing? Okay, playback speed. I want to do it at 1.2, 1.5. 1.5 is fine. All right. Let me do it at 1.5, right? Inside the game, it just posted that there's a state of play at the end of September and Wolverine will be there. Well, inside the game, if it's up, it's up. What up, Kang? If it's there, it's there. I wanted to see something like that, but I think they should have saved that. Well, the end of the state of play, I hear is for whatchamacallit, for what's that thing? Ghost of Yode. Because Ghost of Yode come out on the 2nd, so again they're gonna give you another state of play on a game that I don't think is selling well. But let me see this. And State of Play did this. I don't know why they're wasting money doing this. It seems like Sony is stuck in this weird, stupid loop. And they like to promote games. He said that thumbnail, yeah, I'm back. They're crying. I'm back. They thought I was gone. They thought the manatees got me and they ate me. But it didn't. It didn't. Got out of there. But let's do this. Let's see this. So far, I still feel the same way. I met him actually. Really nice, cool dude. Remember when we was at Summer Games Fest and we went to the James Bond event? I was probably the only dude there that was like, boo. No sound on the vid? Oh, hold on. I got you. Here we go.
To finally see our game, and that's exactly why we're here today. So without further ado, and on behalf of our talented team, I'm incredibly proud to introduce an extended playthrough of Bond's first mission as a recruit. Please enjoy our gameplay premiere of 007 First Light.
This is a black tag operation, so discretion, ladies and gentlemen, is critical.
Maybe it might change my mind, maybe it won't. I do say this, right? I do say this. I'm sick and tired of PlayStation when they're showing a game, they show it on the PlayStation 5 base. When Xbox shows a game, either they show it on a Series X or they show it on a high-end PC, right? I'm tired of them showing it on the base. I'm tired of it. I brought up a Pro for a reason. And this is going to go back to a conversation that we're going to have later.
Now, I could get used to this.
Don't act too impressed, dearest. We'll blow our cover. And James, do quit your pouting.
I'm a glorified hood ornament. What can I possibly have to pout about?
Sorry if the assignment doesn't live up to your grand expectations. Someone must watch the perimeter. If 009 slips through our fingers, you're the last line of defense.
Exhilarating. Greenway's testing you, mate. That's all. Don't give him an excuse.
The cat looks good on you, though. Really brings out your cheekbones.
You know what I think? I think IO Entertainment hasn't reached the demographic that they needed to with the Hitman series, and they feel that the James Bond license will take their incredible gameplay to a higher level. It's just me. I don't know if that's right, but if anybody has gathered this assessment, please let me know, because maybe not.
Take a left up ahead, James.
Backseat driver.
What's that, darling?
Just a frog in my throat.
Is it just me, or am I still the only person that wanted Xbox to buy IO
Is everything in
Entertainment?
order?
Routine inspection now. Won't be a moment. All clear. Please proceed.
You think if I sold a kidney, I could afford to stay for a night?
I think I have. Stayed here, a wedding back in 22.
Doesn't sound like something you'd forget.
Well, the hen was in Cannes, so we flew in by private jet. It's dark and we've been drinking, so...
Oh, well, can.
At least Sheila will be happy.
Private jet.
What?
Nothing. Darling, nothing at all. What do you make of 009?
He was the best in his day.
Who the hell wants that much property? Yeah, I have it sped up, bro. Like, yo, listen, first of all, this show ain't but an hour. You think I'm supposed to watch a whole half an hour of this and take away from my show on a game that I probably might not even like? Hell no. But I'm going to give it some respect and watch it. You see, Mr. Bond. Because I already told you before, I'm Sean Connery,
He's tired
man.
of running.
Greenway thinks we're being played.
Since
when did you trust Greenway?
You know?
I never said I did. They knew each other, though.
Yeah.
That much is clear. Something to do with an operation called Nightfall. Begs the question, did 009 pick Greenway out of good faith or bad blood?
Well,
Yeah, I'm playing the video at, like if you look at the speed, it's 1.5. Yeah, I told you I was speeding it up. Yeah, I told you I was speeding it up.
we're about to find out.
I mean, because the majority of y'all saw this already, right? I'm the only fool that didn't see it. Remember, I was locked away. I was sequestered.
Pull up.
I was
Stop.
put in the bushes.
Live, gentlemen. Switch to comms. Monroe, with me. James, stay.
Say the world some other time, yeah?
Is it me, or does IO Entertainment always have some ballroom gala they just want to show you how many polygons they could push with their engine? Always same thing.
Afternoon. Invitation, please.
Blake and Loretta York. Plus the help.
Welcome to the Grand Carpathian. Parking is right up ahead. Mr. and Mrs. York, enjoy your stay.
Critical Smoker was good. Everybody was good.
Right. We're entering the premises. Team status?
Nash, delivery area. In position. Sing, staff quarters.
Ronson, conference wing. Kingsley, first floor suites.
Bond.
Parking lot. In position.
Greenway, Grand Hall. Switching off comms as instructed. Keep a low profile and don't let your guards down. 009 most certainly won't. Out.
How much sense does it make to market somebody else's game that's going third party? that you're getting anyway. Does it make sense to you financially? Stupid.
Not exactly the 5-star treatment. Oh, I'm stretching my legs. Bond, reporting suspicious behavior.
009?
No, one of the hotel staff. Strangest looking bellhop I ever saw. He was mishandling luggage.
Are you joking? What are we, the local tourist board?
I guess he had to be there. It was odd.
Looks like
You're
Hitman.
not. 009 is our only priority.
Addicts Arena $2 super chat got you in that Donkey Kong. Shut up. Yo, don't start that over here. Don't come over here. Don't come over here with that. You don't come over here starting this up. Yeah, this is the state of play. I wasn't here for it. Yo, don't come over here with that. Diddy don't care for that. Don't come over here inciting them for stupidness.
Stay at your post, James. That's an order.
Yes, Mom.
Mind you, half the time I come up and those goals is posted up there.
They had poor taste, if you ask
It'd
me.
be like Addict coming into the back
See
end
how
of the
about that?
computer and putting them.
Missed him.
Afternoon, sir. Staff and press only.
Oh, damn. Forgot my press badge.
You're not the first.
Can I duck through? I need to catch up with that bellhop. Show me your ID and all good. Better go and get my ID then.
If you want to catch your bellhop.
Fair point.
Look like Agent 47 we're here. You know, that might hurt this game more than anything. If this doesn't live up to Hitman, yeah, it's sped up. 1.5. Because pretty much y'all guys saw it already. I didn't see it. So.
What's that?
What the? God, sorry. Oh,
This guy saw a lot of. This is that James Bond First Light.
Let's see.
It's a state to play. 007 First Light. Yeah. Listen. You gotta dispel belief when you play these games, and act like nobody sees him climbing up there. Like you won't see somebody above your head, or the noise. Or the police, not doing their jobs or whatever. Yes.
What? Ken Banks, penetration tester. I need to have a stern word with your manager.
Good to
Time out.
have you on the team.
You see a dude jump through the window and he says, I'm a penetration tester. Pause. A dude jumps through the window. Yeah, this first time saying this. This dude says, I'm a penetration tester.
Okay.
Y'all still haven't done anything, yo.
This guy better be worth it.
Still haven't changed my mind yet. I like the world in Assassin's Creed more than I like the world
Don't mind me, ladies.
Good afternoon, sir.
in like James Bond. Like,
We
you
can
know.
meet here. Do not
So if you want to talk about like a
extra
fun
bit
thing
of this below.
type of thing.
That's for sure.
But this reminds me of Hitman. Absolute Hitman vibes. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't look beautiful.
Now, what's
It
the
looks,
fussed about?
but Hitman does this. Like, look. See?
There's Greenway. Hopefully I'm the last thing on his mind.
Now, mind you, we got a chance to play this when we were in Summer Games Fest. I played on the Switch too. Frame rate was dog crap, but they had this.
Kingsley alert. Let's not get spotted.
What up,
just yet.
back?
Need to build a case first.
Everybody hit them likes, share it out. You said Hitman hasn't been good since 2008. Well, this is Hitman 2.0.
Bond, status.
All was quiet in the parking lot. No sign of 009.
They took away the barcode and gave him some hair.
How do you do? Where have I seen him before?
I think he models for Alexander Dugin.
Now, where do you go?
Is it your own concoction? I can't take credit on plate. The hotel owner has a huge collection of...
Y'all was happy with this?
Book collector, huh? Now then, it's pride and joy. He's got all sorts of antique books on display about the castle and local history.
Wonder if you could help me.
I'll certainly try, sir.
Did you notice the blonde bellhop who just passed through here?
There's a face pickhead in the lineup. Probably one of the pimps. He was asking for the directions to the backstage area.
A chess fiend. I knew it.
I'd stay clear of him.
Just need a quiet word. Nothing dramatic.
He said, call it a pin. All right, good. So we already did that part because I played that in the game. What up, live?
Looking for these?
Hold on.
So apparently something happened to Bond that he's all beat up.
Not now. Eyes on the road.
All right. Racing. All right.
Look out.
Turn.
That's the car.
It's got too much of a head start. You need
You know why I think Sony did this? I think they did this because they didn't got no Uncharted to show and haven't shown Uncharted in years. Possibly.
to cut some corners.
Careful what you wish for.
I like this part. I love a good chase scene.
Ambulances, watch it.
Looks good right here. Oh!
Buckle up.
How do you know you're gonna catch up to him that way?
Sheep. Go right. Next, go next.
Race. There he is.
Yo, his car is crazy fast.
Clear the road! Hold tight.
Yeehaw!
No.
Dukes of Hazzard style.
Right. Who are you really?
Agent Charlotte Ross. I'm with the DGSE. That's...
French intelligence. James Bond. MI6.
Yes, I figured as much.
Where the hell is the car he's chasing?
DGSE has been hunting him for a long time. This is the closest we've ever gotten, and I'm not letting him slip through my fingers now.
Which sounds like we have a conflict of interest.
How about we burn that bridge when we get to it?
Fine by me.
What up, Lycos? I'm back, baby!
There. Pull over.
No sign of 009.
I'm calling bullshit. I ain't know where that car was going. Nobody knew where that car was going. Helldiver is the best selling. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. We got that. We got that.
Plenty of his friends, though.
I got stuff to talk about, man, but I didn't see this, man, and everybody was telling me, "Hey, you need to see this."
I'll flank them. We need to keep that plane on the ground.
Well, what are we waiting for?
There's that English sang-froid. Bonne chance, James.
Looks like I've got a plane to catch.
This looks like a PlayStation 4 game.
You were warned.
Shoot the barrels. Shoot the barrels.
Tell me you needed a hand.
Can't stay here. Plane's leaving.
Right behind you.
Shoot the big tanker, bro. Blow up the other one that's over there. Now, that sequence where he chucked his gun, punched him, grabbed his gun, shot him, slid over the hood of the car, shot the other dude. Miff, I like that. I like that. I like that part. I think that part is cool for me. Let us see more. If my car blow up that easy, I don't need that car, bro. Just hit the tanker. Again, FOH, bro. But this is a movie. Yo. I understand. He said, wow, being that close, no reaction. Yeah, for real. Like, yo. You're blowing up. It's an oil tanker that houses airplane jet fuel. And it blows up next to you. Close enough to actually destroy you. Even, no, this is not exclusive. No. Oh, the frame rate is whatever. It's choppy. But they're not showing it on a pro. Unless...
Oh, no, you don't. Not without me.
Okay, 009. You're next.
Package secure. Snug in the front. Did you kill the transponder? There's such a thing as radio stations 20 meters out. Pull off track.
Listen. What up, Dip Down? I gotta get ready to finish this up because I do have something I gotta do with Dip Down. And if you Dip Down, give me at least 20 minutes, bro. I can't keep going with that. If I want to buy a Hitman game, I'm gonna buy a Hitman game. Now I can understand why they got the license for 007. And I can understand why it makes sense for IO Entertainment. James Bond 007 will sell infinitely more than Hitman game. And does the license equate to a greater sales number and a better return on investment than your independent Hitman game where you don't have to license out anything. The voice actors and the stuff that goes along with it, does it turn into those sellers that are necessary in order for you to make your money back? That's the bigger question. The bigger question, more so than anything else, is that. And I don't know. I don't know if that title actually returns that money with it looking the way it does. I don't have any interest in purchasing. From the moment I did see it, from the hate that I did give it, to the moment that you have seen with me right now, I'm sorry. Me personally, I don't at all feel like that title is going to be worth my time. Now, there's a lot of you out there that are into Hitman series and all that it has to offer. And if this is it, that it does look like a greater version of the Hitman series with an added extra flair, explosions, if you will. But I do want to say that I'm not going to yuck your yummy. Pause. If you love it, I'm happy for you. Me personally, it'd have to hit Game Pass or PlayStation Plus for me to even have to take the time out. But this thing here, Helldivers 2 reaches in a massive and impressive sales milestone after Xbox launch. 6 days. 6 days it took, and I'm going to round it up to the nearest 100, for it to reach 1 million. Now, for you nitpickers, for you penny pinchers, for you individuals that said that that's not 1 million, King, I'm going to tell you that it nearly sold 1 million copies on Xbox only 6 days after launch. 6 days after launch. In fact, it sold 926,000 copies sold. It's actually more than original Helldivers 2 on PlayStation 5 when it launched over there in the same period of time. I thought we didn't buy games. I told you the whole slate was coming over because Sony was going to get paid. They finally realized something. We can make money. They seen Xbox doing it and they said, damn it, man, I need in on this. Where Gears is running crazy all over that PlayStation store. They couldn't sit back idly. Not saying that we ain't playing Gears, but we already had that. That's old hat to us. But for you, almost there. That 15 to 18-year-old game, it's new for you, but your 1-year-old baby, it's still new to you, and it's new to us. And apparently, we support it better. Apparently, the concurrent players is actually doing what they hoped. Breathe new life into a franchise that you already abandoned. See, PlayStation dudes are used to playing a game, single player story driven narrative game, and finish it and sitting down and doing nothing. Xbox games, we're different. We have multiplayer locked into our soul. Teddy P with the $2 super chat. Ponies down bad. Xbox gamers buy games all day. Factual conversations for individuals that was running from this smoke the moment that I told you what was going to happen. When you told me that it was only service-based games and select titles, you're picking apples and oranges and you're running from the actual smoke that is given. The actual smoke that is given is you too, my friend, are part of the same bunch. You're part of third-party game, which is in stores right now. Now, I'm going to read you an article. And this article is brought to you by Ben Brofowski. from Screen Rants. Now, I know a lot of people may say, as a journalist, as a content creator, as an individual bringing you news, we aren't supposed to have inherent biasness. And I've told you, I'm here to shine a light on the hypocrisy, and that's a falsity. And we all have biasness. See, when somebody would tell me, a king, that you're console warring, it's just because I do it more openly and more outspoken than most. When you can have articles that is written like this, and listen, I'm not saying that his article isn't a good article, but I think that you should always lead your articles with who you support, who you endorse, and who you feel is the best for you. After the latest Perfect Dark update, I'm starting to dread Xbox news. You don't work in game journalism without seeing the word Xbox a lot. Even if Microsoft isn't moving as many units as the PlayStation and Nintendo these days, it's still a center of conversation. Xbox Game Pass is always adding new titles. It's also, however, at the center of a lot of bad news. Now, that is from a perspective of an individual that felt that they need to say something negative about Xbox in order to push their narrative going forward. And anytime I see Xbox news, which I've been seeing a ton of Xbox news, it's always been great, positive, fantastic news about where we're going as an ecosystem and as where we're going as an industry. Xbox and Microsoft is pushing the industry into new, exciting places where, if left up to the other two, we wouldn't be going to all digital. You wouldn't have your library that you're able to take and place into many different areas. You wouldn't be having many different SKUs of devices that are incumbents upon what your experience as an Xbox player is. And you wouldn't be able to experience your games on other consoles. With Xbox pushing these initiatives forward, that has changed the zeitgeist and changed the experience around video games as a whole. As a whole, video game conversations have changed. And yes, Xbox is at the center of these conversations that are being had, basically because they are the center of everything that is being had. Be it you on Nintendo, be it you on PlayStation, be it you on Xbox or PC, Xbox is center in all of that. And as an Xbox customer, that makes you the center of all of that. Don't you think? Isn't that a better conversation to have than the conversation that he started with? But I will continue with that conversation that he's having based upon what he has given me in his opening paragraph. His opening paragraph has made me believe that all news that comes from Xbox is doom and gloom and something to be fearful of, opposed to be shining lights and all these wonderful games that they do having. Hollywood Rules member for 21 months, Soldier X Rank. I salute you, Soldier. Just saying what's up to my guy, the General. Hope you and your family had a great vacation. Keep doing what you're doing. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. I salute you, brother. Thank you for coming through. In the past few years, Xbox has closed studios, canceled games at an alarming rate, and not every casualty was unnecessarily doomed to fail. On that, I will have to call BS. PlayStation has closed more studios and shut down more games than Xbox has in the same amount of time. But yet the news that comes out of Sony is supposed to be great news. Sony has more hacks, more infiltrations into the security private sectors with their data and information being ransomed than any video game company that's working right now. But yet we continue to overlook these things based on our inherent biases towards the company. Of course, you know they're going to talk about studios being shuttered by Tango Games Work. Arcane Austin may not have delivered massive profits recently, but they boasted enormous talent and strong pedigrees. Tango Gameworks was given the opportunity to be sold, not shuttered and closed. Tango Gameworks was actually sold. Then when you look over and you say Arcane Austin continued not to deliver, and they was the reason behind Redfall. One of the biggest failures in gaming to date. Only topped by Concord, which is the biggest failure in video games to date. absolutely dwarfing whatever Redfall will do. See, because to this day, you can actually go play Redfall. Can you do that with Concord? That is a resounding no. But without highlights and without texture to the conversation, with only one conversation being told, you will never ever get the true answers that you needed. You will always get somebody's viewpoint based upon how they view life and how they see the opposition. They talked about profits. Profits was not the only metrics that was used in those closures of those studios or the sale of those studios. But he's going on to talk about Perfect Dark Reboot. Now, me personally, I was highly anticipating Perfect Dark, not knowing that that stuff that was put together was not a full game. Now, apparently, Take-Two Interactive was trying to purchase it. Unfortunately, the deal fell through. Apparently, due to difficulties agreeing in a long-term ownership of the Perfect Dark franchise as a result. Microsoft doesn't want to get rid of the Perfect Dark franchise. They purposely went out and got Rare based upon how they view the IP. They placed the IP in the wrong hands and the IP didn't bear fruit. So the cancellation and the closure of that studio, game cancellation, closing of that studio, which the initiative never produced a game, was absolutely necessary. That stuff was done under the wrong metrics, and Microsoft is no longer moving in those metrics. But again, articles like this highlight the hypocrisy that goes on and what we have to do as Xbox gamers to fight through. Now, I just wanted to talk about this dumbness right now really quickly, because apparently there's a collector's edition out there for $300 of that First Light, that 007 First Light. Now, they have the standard price leaking at $70 across all devices, with a collector's edition for $299.99. It's exclusive to PlayStation. This is the reason why they had a state of play. What the hell comes in that box? Pause. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you something. I didn't see anything there that warranted that. I didn't see anything there that warranted anything. Sometimes you take bad gambles. Now, remember when I asked, and this is going to be our last topic. Remember when I asked, how come Sony doesn't show all their games on PlayStation 5 Pro? I mean, if you want to sell hardware, then you would sell the most expensive hardware that you have, and you would sell your console being shown in the best light. I don't think developers is actually taking advantage of the PlayStation 5 Pro in any capacity, in any way. I think they're actually looking at it as a device that is there, and they're only catering to the PlayStation 5 base. I think that has a lot to do with the fact that the price point on the PlayStation 5 Pro is extremely high, and they're fearful that the numbers will never reach the numbers of the base. It was never intended to. It was a mid-gen refresh to give those individuals that actually decided to purchase a PlayStation 5 Pro the opportunity to have greater fidelity, greater performance at a slightly greater cost. That's the case when you come from an Xbox Series S and X. When you buy an Xbox Series S and you upgrade to an Xbox Series X, you understand that it's going to be notably different from the inferior box. The inferior box, in terms of scope of what it's able to do, the X outperforms it always. This is not always the case when it comes to the PlayStation 5 base and the PlayStation 5 Pro. What is being said is Metal Gear Solid Delta runs smoother on Xbox Series X than the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 5 Pro, but the Series S is a hard to recommend, the analysis finds. Of course, you don't go to Ruth Chris and think you're going to get a Happy Meal. Is the Happy Meal going to be the same thing than when you sit down at Ruth Chris? Absolutely not. So I don't know why the Series S is always looked down, talked bad about, or put to the side. Actually, the Series S allows you to get inside this generation at a cheaper cost than all the other devices out there. Actually, it has stable frame rates and have more 120 hertz games, or frame rate games, than the PlayStation 5. So, if you're gaming on the budget, if you're a casual, or if it's a second console, then you have it. But to actually place that game and that device and that console up against the larger consoles, talking about you're going to have a downgraded experience, what the hell did you expect for $300 cheaper? You didn't expect the best. You don't tell me that you go buy regular gas thinking that you're going to get premium gas, right? So when that is all said and done, the performance on the Series X, on the performance mode on the Series X, even outdoes the PlayStation 5 Pro in some areas, it's claimed. This is the reason why I'm so upset with Sony. You're always half-assing things. You're always taking my money and not giving me exactly what I expected. You see, when I get an Xbox game and it's a play anywhere game, I'm able to take that game and I'm able to play it at the highest fidelity no matter where I place it. If I play it on my Series X, that's the highest in console. If I play it on my PC, that's the highest, period. And I'm able to do that. I'm able to play it on my phone, able to play it on my tablet. I'm able to play it wherever I choose. On my Xbox ROG Ally X that I will be getting this October. These things in this ecosystem is changing the way the metrics is looked at. But the PlayStation seems to be sucked in this weird archaic time where Xbox gamers are buying more games and PlayStation's starting to see the change is happening now. With Nintendo locked down where they're going to lock down, you already know the Switch 2 really isn't going anywhere. It's only going to go and continue to add more games to their portfolio. I find PlayStation in this weird no man's land. We're showcasing games like 007 First Strike, First Light, whatever. Games like that look like they're marred in some past time. Offering bundles that are $300. Looking to gouge your further dwindling fan base. I feel fearful. With conversations in the chat talking about Wolverine will be showed at September's State of Play at the end. I'm highly doubtful. If it does, I hope it looks good. But we know that right now, Gears is killing the PlayStation fan base store. But we do know that Helldivers 2 is number one this month, and so far, I think it's like this week so far, and number 3. That will only lead with selling 1 million in 6 days. Faster, greater than the PlayStation fan base. With constant sales going up. With channels dedicated to streaming like Frontline Gaming Streams, where I play games daily. Playing games like Helldivers 2. And encouraging more people to join the fight. Through Xbox, through Steam, through PlayStation, through whatever means that you actually do play it. With the borders being broken down and video games being accessible all over. Multiple franchises making money in different places. You'll be a fool to believe that the PlayStation is not going to do the same. Sitting on titles like Spider-Man, God of War, Ratchet and Clank, and many others. In a downtime like this where they have no games and they're putting state of plays together with other people's titles, not looking like the Sony that you've ever seen, looking like somebody who's desperate for change. Excuse me. I wonder, where would they be in the next 2 years? Hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know what it is. I'm going to run it up on these bums. I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. Ain't that right, Diddy? And it's happy to be back. And I'm so happy that my wife did not get eaten by that alligator that turned out to be a manatee. You do not know how good it feels to detach from social media and to actually just completely get away. I've never done it. Normally when I go on vacation, my phone is there, and that puts a strain on your life and your relationships and stuff like that, and your health. But to actually disconnect completely back to when you were young, it was liberating. So for a long period of time now, I'm going to be doing large breaks of disconnecting from social media and just being. But I definitely appreciate each and every last one of you for coming through. I'm going to tell you right now, this is Xbox Frontline News. Now, if it's your first time finding the channel, I do appreciate you. Share it out, sub, become a member, members of the lifeblood of the stream. You keep the lights on. But if you didn't like anything here, you're a sucker. Because I'm the best in the business. And I'm back, baby. And I'm going to tell you to do, like I always do, like I'm going to do today, after I sit down with Dip Down. And try to play the Game Pass. Peace.